Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Wendy Jo, and I am going to take you in today and show you month 8 of Etsy versus Shopify. So if you don't know and you haven't been watching the series, you can go here. I have them all linked up in order. But I started this experiment back in May of 2023 to really dig deep into the two platforms and show you which one would perform better selling digital products. And then every month I come in and I break down the difference between how much we made versus how much we paid in fees and those types of things. And so this is going to be a pretty quick video, just reviewing the month of December. And then I will be releasing, hopefully by next week, the full 2023 year in review of all of our streams of income. I'm going to just break that down a little bit. We make around $500,000 a year from our 8 streams of income. And so I told you guys that I would kind of dig a little deeper into that because it's a combination of affiliate marketing and sales, both physical and digital products. We have an Amazon store. We have the YouTube channel here now, and several other streams of income. And so I promised a breakdown. So that's what's coming up after this video. But this one is just going to be a quick look inside of my spreadsheet and then into the back offices of both Etsy and Shopify, just to kind of show you how things looked during the month of December. So this is the spreadsheet. I can tell you that the month of December was one of the lowest we've had the entire year, which I kind of expected, but I wasn't 100% sure because this was my first month or first year selling in December where I was selling this type of digital products. So I specifically sell products that help other people get businesses started. And so unlike other digital products where, you would sell all the Christmassy type things or whatever, that's not what I focus on. I focus on things that are going to help people start their own digital product business. So I have a lot of planners and I have printables and worksheets and those types of things. I do throw in trending products, but the majority of my products are more of the types of staples that somebody's going to need to start a wedding business or an Airbnb business or a planner business, those types of things. And so I anticipated it to be low. It was definitely lower than I expected. So on Etsy, we had a total of 70 listings. We had 1,485 visits. The conversion rate went way down, 4.4%. Total orders was down to 65, which is not our lowest at all. And then revenue was 403.36. And then you can see taxes and VAT was here. On-site ad spend, I have spent $1 a day on ads since day one for this Etsy site. And it has been pretty consistent. But you guys, the ad spend return on investment in December was terrible. So we spent $1.58 on offsite ad spend, and I couldn't even do the math on the conversion there because it just didn't make sense. And then on the ad spend on site was a 4.8% conversion rate. And we only made $30.22, and it was just dismal. Like 21.75 came from on-site, so that means we spent 30 and we only made 21. So I actually lost money on the ads, and then on off-site we spent $1.58 and made $8.47. So the ads were terrible. It's the first month that it's really been that dismal, and I actually went in and looked at the Etsy site, which again, it's not my Etsy site. I give everything to another girl and she runs it all, but I have given her all of the tools and the directions and told her exactly what to do for this experiment. But I went in and looked, and the only traffic that Etsy is bringing in off-site was for the Etsy listing mock-ups that I sell. And so, which those are the cheapest thing that is in the site, and they are the most popular item in the site. So, which this is what had happened when I had my own Etsy shop. I've sold physical products on Etsy. I've had digital products. I mean, I've had all kinds of different things on here. But this is what they would do with the offsite ads, is they would find which of our products were the most popular, and then they would advertise those so that they could make money off of our products. And we were already getting traffic from those. So that was one of my frustrations with Etsy when we had an Etsy shop was, you know, we had a bestseller and they took that bestseller and started advertising it. So we were getting about the same amount of traffic, but now we were losing revenue to Etsy because they were taking a chunk of it. So all in all, after fees of $68.62, our net profit was $380.81. And so, we lost about almost $500 in revenue month over month from on Etsy this month. So it was pretty rough month. But total money from basically May through December of last year was $5306.88 on Etsy. Now we'll go over to Shopify, and we're at December, 50 listings on our Shopify store, 6,093 visits. So another big dip in our visits. Conversion rate was right about the same that it has been. I still don't completely get the conversion rate, other than we just have a lot of people that come to our site to look at it, either competitors who are looking at all of our things so that they can create PLR products themselves, or people who are just curious about what is happening because they found me on TikTok or whatever, and they come and they look and they don't shop. So that everything can affect your conversion rate. So I don't stress too much about that, mostly because this whole thing was set up as an experiment. And so, it is what it is. Okay. So total orders, 126. So what our third lowest, if we don't count the 3 orders that happened that 1 week in April. 126 orders, total revenue, $1917.76. So not terrible. It's about the same as October, better than September. Just kind of mediocre. Revenue from Kajabi, which I break this out because from Kajabi, people purchase my master resale license, or they purchase the lifetime access to all the MW Co products. And so it is also going to be hosting all of my courses and stuff as well. But for now, I'm including that just in a separate line item to show you kind of another stream that is developing off of this business, which, if you know me well, you know I am huge about having multiple streams of income. We typically have about 8 streams of income going at once. There's some flux in there. Some of them are not always making money. Some of them are. And so that's why we have 8, because if one of them has a slow season, another one will pick up and cover the difference. And so that is why I love having multiple streams of income, especially when they kind of play off of each other. And of course, for 2024, I already have another business idea that I'm working on. And I'm also going to be sharing insight into our Amazon store. I know I've had some people ask about that, so I will be doing that as well. But let's finish this breakdown. Taxes and VAT, $33.80. Credit card fees, $80.05. Revenue minus the credit card fees and taxes and VAT was $1837.71. Shopify fees were $48. PayPal fees, $12.37. Net profit, according to Shopify, $1883.96. And then our total Kajabi profit was $3,027.96. That is, profit plus Kajabi. I'm like, that doesn't make sense at all, which means that this number is also incorrect. 10, 12. Okay, perfect. So our total revenue, including Kajabi, for the month of December was $3,027.96. So, all in between Etsy and Shopify, we're at about just under $3,500 for the month. But again, as you can see, even with the ebbs and flows, which they both had the same ebbs and flows as far as it being a dip in sales in the month of December. But once again, if we're not even looking at Kajabi and we're just looking at the revenue from Shopify, almost $2,000 versus $400. So 5 times as much was made on Shopify. And again, we don't pay for ads on our Shopify account. I market through TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram. Most of the marketing happens in TikTok and Pinterest, and I'm really shifting a majority of the marketing now into Pinterest because it is the easiest way to market without having to constantly be trying to keep up with the algorithms on TikTok because TikTok is very time consuming and you have to, stay up with all the things like what is getting seen and what's not getting seen and those types of things. So that's what it looks like. The $21,156.65 is all in for Shopify plus Kajabi. $23,563.48. So that's before all the fees. $21,156.65 after the fees. And with Etsy, that's another $5,000. So basically $26,000, $27,000 in extra income from this new business. And it's not even a full year because it missed out January, February, March, April. So 4 months. So I'm going to continue doing these quick recaps for you guys through April of this year. So we'll do a full year. And then I may not do them anymore at all, or I may just kind of like do an occasional check-in on them. But my goal was to give you guys a full year of this. I am going to explore and implement some paid marketing this year. And I will share that with you guys because I know a lot of you guys are like, okay, I want to do Shopify, but I am terrified of trying to market for myself. And so I want to explore for you the options for paying for ads and what works and what doesn't. I will tell you, and I shared this with you guys, I paid for right here offsite ads at $71.98 and did not really see a huge bump from that. We definitely had some bumps in our sales here, but I paid for 6 months. And as you can see, I don't really feel like it affected my sales at all. Not the way I would want to. If I was going to see a bump from advertising spend, I would want to see this in the tens of thousands, not in the, okay, you made an extra $500. So I am going to explore that. I'm going to actually put some money into it because I want to show you guys the option of being able to do that and see what it does for the accounts. But we'll quickly pop in here and look just at the monthly statement on Etsy, show you the breakdown. As you can see, this total sales were $403.46 after paying for sales tax and VAT. Then it became $381.26. And then fees were $68.62. Marketing was $32.43. And this says that our net profit was actually $280.21 on here. Which I'm not sure where they're getting that number because this is what was actually in our account. So it may have been lapped over from something. I'm not really sure. But anyway, so that's kind of a quick glance at that. And then inside of the Shopify account, as you can see, sales were down 33% month over month. Online store sessions were down almost 25%. Online store conversion went down by 5%. Total orders went down. Average order value went down. Everything's kind of in the red. Some certain products increased in sales, which they were the planner templates and habit trackers, which coming into the new year, I've been talking about this, that is what people are looking for. Is planners and habit trackers and those types of things to start out the new year. So if you're doing a business around planners and those types of things, then you want to stock up on that. So that's probably what that is for. Pinterest was even down 24% in the month of December. TikTok was down, YouTube was down, everything was down. All of the referrals were down like crazy. So December was a super low, crazy month, but all in. So last year we had a total of $19,700.80 in sales, 51,000 online store sessions. And all in all, I am super pleased with how the experiment went and, how the numbers came out. So overall store conversion rate ended up at a 1.7, which is a little lower. I'd like to see it over 2%. but we'll work on that in the new year. So stay tuned, because if right here, the sales tracking sheet, that is going to be the entire 2023 recap of not only MW Co, but again, our Amazon store, our other sales platforms, our affiliate marketing, all the things, which they were lower than our 2022 numbers by just a little bit. But honestly, with how the economy is, I'm pretty happy with how the numbers came out for the year. So still haven't hit my goal of 1 million in a year, but we will get there. We will get there. It just was not in the cards for 2023, but that's okay. So stay tuned. Let me know if you have any other questions about the Etsy versus Shopify. I will link up a trial for Shopify. They've kind of changed up the Shopify trial. So I don't want to tell you, it used to be 3 months at $1 a month before you had to then pay, but I feel like they've changed it to only a month now. So I'm going to look at that, but I will link that up. So if you want to try Shopify, you can still try it for that $1 or maybe for free. And then you have to go into the paid account after that. I will also link up the playlist for all of the Etsy versus Shopify's. And if there's anything else I feel like you guys need linked up to, I'll do that too. All right. You guys have a good one. I will talk to you soon.